squad here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the five-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
And the Cleveland starting five. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Donovan Mitchell out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Fires at the elbow. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. To the middle. The kick out to Brunson. Hart with a screen on Strus. And Brunson, here we go. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, BA. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, BA, he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
Pass to Mobley. It's stolen by Hart.
He saw the pass coming a mile away, was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
Well, quick transition, has Bridges positioned perfectly, puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
Now here's Mitchell. The kick to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Doesn't go that time. And some solid defense from Towns. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Hunter can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. The three ball. Towns can't get it to go.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Strus the pass to Mobley. Mitchell against Hart. Back to Mobley. Shoots over Hart. Hart pulls it in. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Towns outside. To the paint. And stolen by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Mitchell's got 5 now.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Stolen by Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Brunson looks it over. Will it go? And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
Grant, the Cavs making playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
The basket does not count.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Brunson passes to Hart. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Hart. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Hart pulls it in. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Going inside. Towns, left side. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. Anunoby can't get it to go. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 so far. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
On defense, the Knicks. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell against Anunoby. Pass to Mobley. Outside Strus. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land. 8 seconds left in the first. Now Brunson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Cavaliers on top. They lead by 3. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Mitchell against Brunson. Outside Hart. There's a screen. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And Mobley throws it down.
Just great awareness from Evan Mobley. Get out in transition, get in front of everybody.
Outside Hart. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Brunson against Mitchell. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Towns outside. Outside Anunoby. Into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, BA.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Mitchell, the miss. New York leading by 3. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
From deep, Mitchell. Cleveland again missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Hart. Towns outside. Back to Hart. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. In transition, here they come. Mobley with it. Towns covering. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the... And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Line, 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to
The
review.
NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. And he drops the first. Both shots good from the strike. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Wade misses. Knicks leading by 7. Hart passes to Brunson. Back to Hart. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Jerome on the wing. Deflected. Josh Hart getting it done for New York. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
On the court for the Cavaliers. Ty Jerome is out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Dean Wade. And it's Green in at small forward. Now here's Garland. Guarded closely. Three-pointer. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, There are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Clock is at 3. Kolik's shot is off. Cavaliers trail by 7. Now here's Garland. Uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Achua with a screen on Garland. Here's Kolik, guarded by Garland. Right side McBride. Oh, sweet move. And the layup is up and in. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Garland, the pass to Wade. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Oh, it's blocked by Green. And he gets it back. They get the rebound. Outside Tucker. Outside McBride. Achua with a screen. Right side McBride. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Now here's Garland. He's covered closely. Cleveland gets it back. Thompson finds Garland. Out to Thompson. Robinson with a steal. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Outside McBride. Pass to Kolik. Back to McBride. And he drops it in from the low post.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it easy.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Thompson. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And New York has possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 7.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Here's Kolik, guarded by Garland. Achua with a screen on Garland. Achua can't hit. Oh, got a piece of it. Achua with a steal. Pass to Kolik. And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. Cavaliers ball.
Cavaliers trail by 5. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Thompson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Robinson. For New York, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. McBride. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. And, Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
come on now. This guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Achua, high post. Can't get it to fall. The Cavaliers trail by 5.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Here's Kolek. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. New York out in front. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 3-point lead. We've got Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Well, Cleveland's shooting an average of 43% for the floor. Mitchell. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
On the wing, Mitchell. To tie it up. From outside, Mitchell is good.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Mitchell against Brunson. Outside Hart. Anunoby is screened on Strus. Kicks it out Towns. Clock at 4. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Back to Mitchell. Shakes him. Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Mitchell against Brunson. With the drive. It's good.
Jalen Brunson outstanding at finding avenues to the cup.
Knicks lead 38.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. To take the lead. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Outside Brunson. Towns passes to Anunoby. Towns on a screen. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell against Towns. Outside Hunter. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time.
Jalen Brunson.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
The 3 from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell hits a rainmaker.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Mitchell against Brunson. Inside, Towns. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Allen. Cleveland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. And here's Strus outside. It's rebounded by New York. Hart with it. Strus covering. Hart passes to Bridges. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Towns. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Yeah, this guy is just such a load to handle. Karl Anthony Towns spends a lot of time shooting free throws.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. He gets the first, and that ties this game up.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against. Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Brunson against Mitchell. Kicks it out Towns. Here's Hart. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Boy, when Towns is moving the basketball, guys, the floor opens up for him. The defense has now got to respect passing and scoring.
Pass to Hunter. Puts up a deep three. Shot clock at 5. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And Cleveland has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Mobley, a screen on Brunson. From deep, Strus. Oh, the trifecta!
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Brunson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What we know about Jalen Brunson is this guy is not afraid to take it to the cup. He's ready to challenge defenders.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Mobley, a screen on Brunson. The 3 from Mitchell. Hart pulls it in.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Here's Brunson. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the inside. It's off. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2.
Josh Hart at the line. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And so the big win by New York in a tight game. That was an incredible night of hoops. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Cadillac DeVille with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The guard pair for him will be Cunningham and Beasley. And it's Duran in at the 5. Brunson against Thompson. Brunson surveying the D. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now, here's Thompson. Harris setting the pick for Thompson. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Here's Harris. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Cunningham a screen on Hart. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
First personal foul.
He's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
No good on the second free throw. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, it's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
Here's Cunningham. The Knicks making the shot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Harris passes to Duran, and he uses the glass on the layup. Duran's got his second basket.
Not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
Anunoby with the screen for Hart. And that one, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Brunson kicks to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Cunningham. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one, good.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
Mikal Bridges at the line.
Both free throws good from Bridges. The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Harris a screen on Brunson. Out to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Takes a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. New York trailing. Stolen by Thompson. Beasley outside. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game.
No foul. Third team foul.
Brunson against Cunningham. Thompson outside. Driving to the basket. And Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot on the run. I see her tough to catch.
Brunson against Thompson. Pass to Hart. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Now Harris. Driving in. Lays it up off the glass.
Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
Brunson against Thompson. Here's Hart. The kick out to Towns. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Towns has got 8. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter.
17-14.
Cunningham looking it over. Thompson finds Cunningham. And good that time.
Cunningham.
Here's Anunoby. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Pistons on top. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Pistons.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And it's Towns penetrating. That one good for 2. 10 points for him.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drop.
Here's Harris. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Beasley with the screen on Brunson. Cunningham. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Cunningham's got 6 points.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Hart against Harris. Nice move. Hart, no good. Pistons leading by 9. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Duran with the screen on Hart. Down low. Beasley outside. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
Solid response from Brunson. I love how competitive this guy is.
28-19. 2 minutes remaining.
Cunningham outside. Harris passes to Cunningham. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. 1:32 left here in the second. Brunson against Thompson. Brunson, left side. Five on the clock. Towns, a screen on Thompson. And it's Brunson missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the paint. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Assist from
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Hard against Harris. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brunson finds Hart. Driving inside.
Putting the speed to work that time. Hart is flying down the lane.
Pistons leading by 9. Beasley outside. Here's Thompson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Thompson's got 8 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
See the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has. Hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
2 shots.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. He can't get that one to fall. And so is Detroit. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Reed. Fontecchio is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the 2-guard spot. Schroeder surveying the floor. Stewart kicks it over to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. No one covering.
Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pistons.
That kind of look is right in Schroeder's wheelhouse.
And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Robinson a screen on Hardaway. Inside. Robinson misses. Detroit leading by 15. Fontecchio with it. Hasn't made one yet. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Stewart. Clock at 6. Hit the shot. Again, the Pistons score.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Robinson up top. Pass to Kolek. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Kolek has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Pistons lead 38.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Shooter passes to Reed. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 17. Here's McBride. Guarded by Hardaway. McBride passes to Robinson. Back to McBride. Robinson a screen on Hardaway. back to Robinson. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Reed. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by McBride. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Kolek. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Kolek has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Reed. Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Now, Fontecchio. No scoring in this one. Pass to Stewart. Over Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, he's just too big and too athletic to be given that kind of position. Mitchell Robinson, an easy deuce.
Schroeder outside. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Achua. That's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Schroeder outside. Stolen by Robinson. McBride finds Tucker. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Offensive rebound from deep. McBride with the ball. And another shot. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. McBride's got his first points of the game. Pistons leading by 13. Schroeder outside. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 13. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. We've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Towns, and it's Bridges in a shooting guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one.
45-32.
And here's Cunningham. They're in high post. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Beasley against Anunoby. Basket good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now here's Cunningham driving to the basket. And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
From deep, Brunson. They get it back. Here's the three. Brunson from long distance.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Pistons lead 47-36.
Cunningham against Brunson. Cunningham's shot is off. Knicks trail by 10. To the inside. Here's Towns. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Beasley outside. The Knicks pull it in. Hart the pass to Anunoby. Brunson against Harris. Shoots from the high post. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Brunson.
And that's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
Cunningham against Brunson. Beasley with the screen on Brunson. Cunningham and Bridges with the block. Here's Hart. Eyes to the hoop. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Brunson with it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hart. The kick out to Towns. Over Harris. Towns, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hunt. That is his first foul of the game. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Knicks trail by 8. And Anunoby, here we go.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First team foul.
Gets the first. That narrows the gap to 7.
At the line, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Anunoby.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, but then also narrowing the gap.
Cunningham against Brunson. Cunningham kicks to Harris. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
On the wing, Bridges. Covered by Cunningham. Bridges attacking.
And you see the confidence Bridges exudes. Just gets right at the rim.
Stolen by Anunoby.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. And Bridges elevating his game. Woo!
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Harris looking it over. Cunningham, a screen on Hart. Money!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Hart the pass to Brunson. Puts up a deep 3. He can't hit that time. And so the Pistons take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative.
why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham in at the point with Beasley. They're the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. And it's Duren in at the center position, filling out the middle. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Mitchell. The offensive rebound. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
And just a great read from Cunningham. Pouncing on opportunities to collect steals.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Nice choice by Harris with the little floater. He has good instincts on the offensive end.
And for Tobias Harris, his priority is to contribute to winning basketball.
And he's shown that through his willingness to play different roles. We've seen him as a spot-up shooter. We've also seen him as a go-to scorer. He does whatever it takes.
Now here's Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. That one goes. Count it.
Nice job by Allen inside, getting the ball in a good spot and finding a way to execute.
Cunningham against Mitchell. Cunningham, a screen on Hunter. Back to Cunningham. Off target from 3-point range. Thompson with a steal. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Beasley with a screen on Hunter. Out to the wing. Out to Thompson. Pass to Beasley. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Mitchell against Thompson. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go. We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Cunningham against Mitchell. Cunningham outside. And the layup is good off the glass.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Oh, stolen by Harris. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 6. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Here's Strus. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Cleveland again missing. The Pistons lead by 6. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Thompson with it. Now guarded by Mobley. Pass to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
That body control, baby. Harris smashing through it.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Thompson with the block. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Puts it up from 12. The Cavaliers pull it in. Outside Strus. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
Out to Thompson. Harris outside. Mitchell against Cunningham. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Now here's Mitchell. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Allen. Hunter against Cunningham. Got a piece of it. Beasley outside. Harris right side. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Detroit on top. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell and Strus are the backcourt, and it's Hunter in at the 3. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Over Mitchell. Harris misses. The Cavaliers trail by 11. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Thompson with it. Strus covering. Thompson against Strus. The open shot by Thompson. And again, no good by Detroit. Hunter on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Hunter passes to Allen. Back to Hunter. Outside Strus. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Mitchell. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Thompson outside. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Out to Beasley. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson, a screen on Strus. And there's the lob. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
Mobley against Harris. Duran with a screen on Mobley. Pass to Cunningham. The 3 is up. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Back to Cunningham. Lets the 3 fly. Mobley grabs the board. Cavaliers trail by 12. The 3 from Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Fires for three. The Pistons clear it. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris outside. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Cunningham on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Nice move. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Mitchell against Thompson. Down low. Here's Allen. And no good. Good D by Duran. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Mobley against Thompson. Good D by Mobley.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The three from Mitchell. Oh, with confidence, Mitchell.
That is just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And so that's the end of the first half. Detroit on top, leading by 14. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Kate Cunningham.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And Detroit, let's look at who they've got. Simone Fontecchio out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Paul Reed. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Gets the three to fall. Stewart's got himself on the board with a three there.
See, he had time to line it up. And you know what? He's capable.
Garland feeling it out a bit. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Garland. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Wade misses. Detroit leading by 19. Pass to Reed. And a strong finish with two hands.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And now the Pistons in transition.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Garland for three. Hardaway grabs the board. The Pistons lead by 22. Yep, that one goes. Schroeder's gotten 4 this quarter.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Garland against Schroeder. Garland, the pass to Wade, and stolen by Stewart. Fontecchio outside. Pass to Reed. Back to Fontecchio. And here's Reed. Stolen by Thompson. And he's all alone. And it's hammered home by Green.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Schroeder into the lane. Soft touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 6 points.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
To the paint.
Detroit foul. Paul Reed.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Tristan
That one
Thompson.
misses.
2 shots.
He does not get the second one. And here's Detroit. They're on a 15-5 run. Count that one, Reed.
Paul Reed.
He's got 6.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
For Detroit, they've gotten 8 of 9 to fall. Terrific offense so far in this third quarter. Hardaway, the pass to Stewart. Back to Hardaway. 6 to shoot from downtown. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Merrill. Outside Garland. Fires the 3. Counted from distance.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
Schroeder passes to Stewart. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Stewart's got 6 in the quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Hardaway. From outside the arc. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Detroit, already up 26 points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell and Strus are the backcourt, and it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up, and he will put it down on you quick.
Schroeder into the lane. Now Reed nails it from beyond the arc. Reed's got 9 points here in the second half.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
On the take, Mitchell. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And Mitchell is used to this. Teams are going to play him physical in that lane.
And here's Schroeder outside. Strus grabs the miss.
He's got to be mad at himself. He won't get a better look than that.
Donovan Mitchell again.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Pass to Reed. Shoots over Allen. And the shot falls short that time.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Detroit?
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Oh, my goodness! Throw it down!
Come on!
the speed of that first step is just what makes Mitchell so difficult to contain.
Beasley against Strus. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Beasley against Strus. Harris, a screen on Strus. Beasley for three. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Mitchell penetrating. Allen, the pass to Mitchell. Five on the clock. And that one's good. Mitchell's got 19 points.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Here's Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Pass to Strus. Duren with a rebound.
2 minutes remaining.
Duren's got rebound number 7 tonight. They still need this. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and line threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
Detroit leading by 17. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And he lobs it up top. Oh, stolen by Harris.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pistons.
Their shot blocking was a huge advantage in this game.
Yeah, I love the excellent defense in the paint. It led to a lot of key stops. Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Inside, Duren with a steal. Hunter against Beasley. Stolen by Mobley. And now the Cavaliers on the break. And finished off by Hunter. There's 48 seconds left in the final quarter. And here's Beasley. From the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Cunningham outside. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Cavaliers ball.
Stolen by Thompson. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the pistol. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
So the New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the two-guard spot. Brunson against Mitchell. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Bridges misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The drive by Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
Donovan Mitchell is an explosive athlete. Not easy to guard him without fouling.
And Mitchell drops them both. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways. Wow, what a beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Frees himself for an opportunity to put the ball in the basket.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Knicks with the rebound. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Bridges. Towns kicks to Bridges. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Brunson. Back to Bridges. Out to Brunson. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to talk to Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the three. See if the defense can do that. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Hart against Mobley. And stolen by Hunter. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges, so willing to give it up to an open guy.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
New York trailing. Anunoby outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Brunson left side. The kick out to Towns. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Brunson outside. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Mitchell, that's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. .116 left to play in the first. Allen kicks to Hunter. 6 to shoot. And it's Strus, top of the key. And they're moving it up. Stolen by Allen. Hunter dishes to Mobley. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just great awareness from Evan Mobley. Get out in transition, get in front of everybody.
Mitchell against Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. New York missing again. Mitchell against Hart. That's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 8 points.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Brunson against Mitchell. Brunson the pass to Hart. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. 5 points in the game.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Back to Mitchell. It's Strus on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Between his points and his... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Towns. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the power forward. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
And DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Poked away. Hart kicks to Bridges. Hart the pass to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Anunoby, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Mitchell finds Strus. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Strus has got his first points in this one.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Over in the corner, Allen. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hunter. And here are the Cavaliers now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Brunson against Mitchell. Outside, Towns. To end the run, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Cleveland leading by 12. Mitchell dishes to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Knicks trail by 12. Towns kicks to Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Hart with a screen on Strus. Back to Bridges. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
The Spider is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Knicks trail by 9. Brunson outside. There's the drive. Pass to Hart. Anunoby a screen on Mobley. Hart, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so we wrap up the first half. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Garland. Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. And it's Jerome in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Knicks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
There's a screen by Achua. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, it's Robinson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Outside Garland. Pass to Jerome. Thompson sets the pick for Wade. Here's Jerome. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Golick. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Okeke passes to Garland. For 3. Cleveland gets it back. Wade sets the pick for Garland. Back to Wade. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Here's a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you are open, Darius Garland will find you.
Here's Kolek. Over in the corner, McBride. Some nice passing by New York here. There's a screen by Achua. Kolek off target from three-point range. It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. Led by as many as 14 points. Doesn't go that time.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Pass to Jerome. Back to Garland. The tray. It's rebounded by New York. And a fast break now for New York.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third. Here's Robinson, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And now just a 3-point Cavalier lead. Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
This is exactly the kind of aggression from Darius Garland that changes the feel of the game, just works his way inside and forces the defense to foul.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
It's so deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
The Cavaliers have been all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Garland. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Kolek, no good. Cleveland leading by 4. Floats one, and Garland with the lay-in. Garland's got 6.
Well, that's how you use the floater. Darius Garland gets into his bag.
Here's Kolek. He's got 8. Fires the 3. And they get it back. Here's McBride. Robinson kicks it to Tucker. Here's Kolek, guarded by Garland. Stolen by Thompson. Garland, the pass to Thompson. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. And now it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
Wow, what a nice play for Thompson to see a chance to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Here's Kolek. Buries the long-range jumper. Kolek has got 11 points in the quarter. Garland with it. Misses from short range. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Doors, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet. There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
And that one's good. Brunson.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Mitchell outside. Strus passes to Mitchell. In the corner, it's Hunter. Allen for three. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Strus kicks to Hunter. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Brunson against Mitchell. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Brunson kicks to Hart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Down low, here's Allen. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Allen's got his first basket.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
And here's Brunson outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. At the elbow, Hunter. Allen outside. Knocks down the three ball. And now an 11-point Cleveland lead.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I did not know the three-point shot was in your bag. Nicely done.
New York, no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that old.
And Allen slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Towns looking it over to stop the run. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Stolen away. And a fast break now for New York. Hart with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Anunoby against Mitchell. Anunoby a screen on Strus. Here's Hart out to Bridges. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Brunson against Mitchell. .112 left in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Cleveland.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Hart, wide open. He fires. Anunoby, right side, from outside the arc. He can't get that one. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his third foul so far. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now Mitchell. Six to shoot. From deep three-point territory. It's rebounded by Anunoby. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your
of the crowd.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now, New York starting 5. They've got Miles McBride, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Bridges in at the point.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
It's Cunningham with a drive, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Towns. Out to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. They grab their own miss. Towns. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Thompson.
Can't afford to leave the ground if you're the defense. And that's when Towns can really hurt you.
And he knocks down the first one. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Now here's Cunningham. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Bridges. Here's Anunoby. The rebound by Detroit. Beasley outside. Here's Duren. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Team second.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Outside McBride. Pass to Hart. Anunoby, a screen on Harris. To the middle. Oh, a denial.
You see the athleticism of Cunningham, using it there to come up with the swat.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. McBride can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Beasley against Towns. Pass to Duren. Out to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Anunoby against Duren. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drives.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Beasley. The 3. Hart pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's McBride. They get the rebound to the wing, right side. Bridges against Beasley. Towns looking for an opening. Pass to Anunoby. Three-pointer, no good. The Pistons have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Harris passes to Thompson. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Back to Cunningham. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Cunningham's got 6.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns outside. Anunoby, a screen on Duran. And stolen by Cunningham. Deflected. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Detroit on top, up 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Pistons.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Cunningham in at the point with Beasley. They're the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. Knicks trail by 3. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Hard to find fault with the D. Towns just beating them with better offense there.
Cunningham against Bridges. Beasley outside. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Hart. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And the basket is good. Knicks trail by 3. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. They set a pick. Kicks it out to Cunningham. He shoots it. And it's New York with a rebound. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Bridges. He's scoreless. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
Here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. And it's Cade with the finish inside. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Thompson against Bridges. Pass to Hart.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside McBride. 5 on the clock. Back to Hart. From deep. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Cunningham outside. Cunningham attacks for 3.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Bridges outside. Pass to Anunoby. Hart against Harris. Anunoby a screen on Harris. Hart from long range. They get it back. Towns passes to Anunoby. Hart from long range. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Takes the 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Knocks down the triple. McBride's got 8.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Beasley finds Cunningham. Out to Harris. On the wing, Thompson. There's 45 seconds left in the second. And that one good. And the Pistons lead by 5.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Bridges against Thompson. The 3. Right side, McBride. Here's Towns. Pass to Hart. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Now Cunningham. He's got 11. Beasley with a screen on Bridges. Here's Cunningham. Oh, and he got fouled on his way. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
At the line for Detroit, Cunningham. Cunningham. 2 shots. The players under video review.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Cunningham.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Brunson. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Detroit closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court right now for the Knicks. P.J. Tucker is out there with Precious Achiuwa. And then it's Landry Shamet. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Hardaway with a screen on Brunson. Schroeder passes to Fontecchio. Shot clock at 6. Back to Schroeder. Hits the trifecta. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Pass to Shaman. Back to Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. To the right side. Fontecchio outside. Back to Schroeder. Stewart, screen on Brunson. And here's Schroeder outside. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside Tucker. Here's Robinson, and the layup falls.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Pistons lead by 6. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie.
Well, you're just making it easy for your opponent when you don't prevent him from getting to the rim.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Brunson gets it to go.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Pass to Reed from 17. And again, it's Detroit. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Right side, Tucker. Down low, Achua. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
It's his first trip to the line.
For the Knicks, Achua.
Good on the second one. The Pistons lead by 9. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Stewart, screen on Brunson. Stewart outside. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Brunson passes to Robinson. Back to Brunson. 56 seconds left in the third. And they pick up 2. Robinson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
Schroeder passes to Reed. Fontecchio outside. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks trail by 10. Right side, Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Oh, at the buzzer! He got it off in time!
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter.
And so it's Detroit, closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Cunningham in at the point with Beasley. They're the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 9. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Back to Hart. Pass to Towns. No good on the triple.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Thompson. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Yeah, because Duren is such a big, physical, athletic guy, it's easy to overlook his incredible passing, but that's one of his core strengths. I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And Thompson gets it to go. Knicks trail by 13. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Oh, stolen by Harris. And here comes the break. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
The Pistons lead by 15. Beasley outside. Takes a 3. The rebound by Bridges. For New York, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. McBride, the three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to Harris. For 3. Pure from three-point range. And the Pistons lead by 18.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Anunoby passes to McBride. New York no good that time either. And here are the Pistons. They're rolling here, 9 unanswered. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. There's Cunningham with a 3. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
Here's Bridges. Thompson pulls it in.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Outside McBride. 5 to shoot. Uneasy 2 on the layup.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And what a huge performance it was for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Outside McBride. There's the 3. Misses again. Just 4 for 10 from the floor. And here's Detroit. Some momentum. A 15-2 run underway. Now here's Beasley. Cunningham, a screen on Bridges. Beasley for three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Shoots over Duran. The shot by Towns, no good. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawless.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
matchup we have here in the front court, Greg. Here we go.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell and Strus, they're the guards. And it's Hunter in at the small forward.
Got a feeling that Beasley's role out there is to score. He did it that time.
Thompson against Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. It's Cunningham with the drive.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Pass to Strus. Back to Mitchell. Driving the lane and slams it down right on top of Jalen Duren.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I said before, the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And bursting through inside, so difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
4 on the shot clock. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Gotta be a little embarrassed by that one.
Kicks it out to Allen. Right wing. Cleveland moving it around. And stolen by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Got a piece of it. Allen passes to Mitchell. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Thompson against Mitchell. It's Beasley on the wing. Cunningham, a screen on Strus. Beasley with a clean look. A miss that time, would have put him up. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. For the 3, it's good from long range. Mitchell's got 9.
And that's Mitchell at his best. Playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And so here's Cleveland following the bucket by the Pistons. Mobley wide open. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Allen. Shot from the wing. Detroit with the rebound. Thompson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pass to Thompson. Out to Harris. Cunningham sets a screen for Beasley. Lets the 3 fly. And Cade Cunningham good for 3. He has 7.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
Now, here's Hunter. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Strus's shot is good. The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Harris finds Cunningham. Takes it inside. And here comes the break. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Here's Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Cunningham looking it over. Beasley with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell and Strus, they're the guards. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player, and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal. They're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit. I promise you that.
So fast of foot, on the run, Osir, tough to catch.
Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not, that's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Here's Cunningham. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Mitchell against Cunningham. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Kate Cunningham. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Duran against Mitchell. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Harris outside. Poked away. Beasley outside. From the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected. And now the Pistons fast break. And a wide open look for Cunningham. The long distance 3 is buried. Cunningham's got 14 points for the game.
No doubt Cunningham has that extended range for him. It's about becoming much more consistent.
Mitchell dishes to Mobley. Pass to Strus. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Strus has got the lead back up to 4 now for Cleveland. Cunningham against Mitchell. Cunningham passes to Duran. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
That is good. The Cavaliers lead cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Beasley.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Duran against Mitchell. The wide open shot from Strus. No good on the triple. The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Pass to Mobley. And here's Mitchell from the arc. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Beasley with guarded by Hunter. Back to Thompson. Going inside, and Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Back to Mitchell. It's Strus on the wing. Mobley the pass to Mitchell. The wing jumper off target.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
We've got Reed. Fontecchio is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Schroeder against Garland, and it's Schroeder missing.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Pistons trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. Reed a screen. Up and in on the way.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Right side, Garland. Pass to Hunter. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Stewart. The Pistons shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Reed a screen on Garland. Fontecchio passes to Reed. Schroeder with the ball. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Schroeder. Jerome, good.
Just got to be able to read from the point guard position. And Garland did a nice job there.
Tipped away. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Here's Garland. Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. took the opportunity when he saw it. Garland's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Cleveland. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Fontecchio. Back to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Stewart, a screen for Hardaway. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Hardaway has got his first points of the game. Garland against Schroeder. Outside Garland. Yep, it counts. Garland's got the lead up to 7 now for Cleveland.
And that's just a tough shot from Garland, taking the contact.
Hardaway for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Jerome, good.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Schroeder uses the glass to finish the layup.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
Pass to Garland. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Cavaliers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Here's Garland. He gets it in there. Garland's got 10.
Garland is so small that if there's a little bit of room, he's going to find a sliver.
Garland against Schroeder. Here's Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Up top, Garland. He's guarded by Schroeder. Garland with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Schroeder passes to Reed. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Fontecchio. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Allen's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. Max Strus is checked in for Jerome. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Garland. Reed, a screen on Mitchell. From deep three-point land. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell and Strus, they're the guards. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Second chance effort. The shot, no good. Good D by Mitchell. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Allen up top. Allen at the screen for Hunter. Kicks it out to Mitchell. A 3 from Strus. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Beasley against Strus. Beasley outside. From deep three-point land, Jared Allen grabs the miss. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He knows every possession is critical now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the three. We're good, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities. Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Here's Cunningham. Does not go down. That miss makes him 7 for 12 in the game. Cunningham against Mitchell. Pass to Strus. Back to Mitchell. The three. Another three for Cleveland.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
Pistons trail by 12. Cunningham a screen on Strus. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Beasley. Beasley's got 3 assists in the game.
2 minutes remaining.
They get a hand on it and stolen by Harris. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Pass to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And here is Mobley. He gets that one. Mobley's got his first bucket in this one.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Beasley with the screen on Mitchell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way, an electric player when he takes advantage.
That's good from Cunningham. 1:32 left in the fourth. And here is Mitchell. Pass to Strus. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Cunningham for 3. Allen with the rebound.
Oh, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Mobley a screen on Cunningham. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Mitchell, and slams it down right on top of Jalen Duran.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. 5 to shoot. He's looking for Hunter and finds him. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Mitchell. Cavaliers from way outside. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.